My name is Malika Bey, and I am founder and CEO of Succor Incorporated. Succor was founded through my own personal experience having a child with issues. I've been working for the court system close to 10 years now. Being part of the system and working for the system, I've been on both sides of the coin. I think that's what helps me do what I do every day with Succor.
Succor is unique, I think, and different from other similar organizations and agencies because I think the people who are involved with Succor are people who have a unique perspective of what's going on and what they're trying to do.
I got to see firsthand how families are basically left in limbo. The system can become so confusing and so intimidating. Basically, they just give up a lot of times. And, you hear behind the scenes that families, or mothers or fathers or people don't care about their children, where a lot of times people do care about their children. But the families need to be able to have support. And, Succor, we've developed a program that we do help and give that support to families so that they're not feeling so overwhelmed when they're faced with problems.
When Malika came to me with the idea of Succor, a lot of it, she came to me from families having frustrations navigating through the system and the lack of a proper support system that was being offered by the courts. And her thing was to help families navigate through this very complex maze that is family court, not only domestic relations, but the entire family court process. What Malika's program is trying to do is help these parents navigate through the system, help them with their own children by not only working with the kids themselves to make them understand what they're facing every day in the city and what their challenges are and what they're going to have to look forward to as young adults growing up in the city. So Succor does a great job with that. I'm a part of the fatherhood initiative piece of it, and I've gone out to schools and lectured these, particularly these young men. So on behalf of Succor, I've gone out and lectured these young men about the importance of fatherhood, the importance of taking responsibility for these children that you father, and the importance of basically finishing school, doing things that are needed to get a good job so that you can take care of these children who you father. I don't really see any other organizations getting young men that are at risk before they get into serious problems. A lot of times they have child support orders, they've had jobs, they've lost them either due to incarceration or whatever. That's kind of like the horse has already left the barn. We're trying to get young men before they get to that point, when they're still, a lot of them still in high school. And we're trying to turn them around so that they can turn their lives around at an earlier age.
I became involved with Succor several years ago when we developed a program called Drug and Crime Free, That's Me. Basically, it was a full-day intensive program where we wanted to kind of inundate young people with regards to how the criminal justice system worked. We wanted to dispel a number of myths that were related to crime activity, such as when you go to prison, everything is going to be fine and dandy. You get 3 hots and a cot. You get cable television. It's like living in the community, just living for free. And what I wanted to do, and District Attorney Lynn Abraham wanted to do, was dispel all those myths.
Most of these kids start out at a very young age going off in the wrong direction. And our job, as much as we can, is to get these people back in the right direction. We have no community sense of spirit. What we try to do is try to put that all back together again, to say to people, look, I'm going to come out and work with you in your community. If we can put that fabric back together again, and if we can add some glue, like the block captains, the town watch people, the pastors, the movers and shakers in the community, the council person, the state representative, the state senators, if we can get everybody together working in the same vein, that neighborhood will come together over the course of time and be much better. I think probably the single most important part of what I do is try to make community partners, because we're not doing this in a vacuum. prosecuting criminal defendants. We are involving ourselves in the life of a community.
We think that it's extremely important for us to partner with groups like Succor, because they really have their hands on the pulse of what's going on in the local communities.
The way it was started and the type of people that started it, that's what makes Succor special. I mean, it's localized, and the people here have a unique idea of what they're trying to do as it relates to Philadelphia and the at-risk families in Philadelphia.